I am super honored to give out this speech. This speech is for everybody in my lifestyle, right? I can't just talk about one singular person. But I'm honored for this person in particular. It's my mother. Even though my mother been through ups and downs in her lifetime and been through a lot of struggles, she had me at the age of 18, and I applaud her for that. You know what I mean? She went through a lot of battles, a lot of trials and tribulations at a young age. You know, the one thing I'm very proud of her about is she overcame drugs. You know, being the age of 40, being 40, she has to realize, like, I'm getting older now. Now it's about time to stop doing what I'm doing and lock in on what's really the picture ahead, right? My mother has another kid. I have a little brother, half brother. So she had to lock in and focus on him. He's about 10 years old, right? 11 years old. So I'm glad she finally understand and locked in and took time to realize what she was doing wrong. You know what I mean? I didn't want my brother to grow up with the drugs and alcohol like I did at a young age. When I was his age, I grew up with all that stuff. So it makes a difference if he doesn't grow up with any of that stuff. So I'm very proud of my mother for changing her ways, changing her lifestyle, and moving on forward with that. I want to give another shout out, another honor to my dad. My dad had a lot of different cases of being not favoritized in the family. One thing about my dad, he had a lot of issues with lying, cheating, manipulating, and all the bad factors about him that I heard over the years within this family. And I'm glad that he changed the narrative about himself to the family. Right? Everybody could say good things about him now, and it's amazing. He ain't the same guy that he was 20, 30 years ago, and that's definitely amazing for sure, 100%. A lot of people don't change quickly, right? A lot of people don't make an exception as fast. And I'm very proud of my dad too. He was actually homeless for about 7 years, I believe so. Mind you, I wasn't living with both of my parents when I was a kid. I wasn't. Let me rephrase that. I was living with my mother until third grade. But we'll get to that part when we get there. And when I came out, my mother was in Vegas. When I came out to California, my dad didn't have a place for me to stay, so I moved in with my sister. But she'll be on the next topic. But yeah, basically, yeah, my dad overcame a lot of things. He was homeless. Now he has a place to live now. He's doing well, very well for himself. And I give him a toast to that. Now, the next person is my nephew. We're down to the same age. It's crazy. My nephew, I moved in with, like I said, my sister, his son, right, her son. So I moved in, and I moved into a place where I didn't fully understand or didn't understand the lifestyle yet. You know, I was young, right? I was in fifth grade at the time, and I didn't understand anything. And you know, my sister and her son took me in with open arms, and I appreciate them for that. So my nephew, he's a year younger than me, so me and him was hanging out, talking, chilling over the years, and we still do that until this day as adults now. And that's really amazing for sure to have somebody same age as me and growing up with them. So that's real cool about that for sure. It's deeply amazing, definitely amazing. And I just love how my lifestyle was harder back then when I was a kid living in Vegas and the trials and tribulations. Ooh, shit, I'm not getting emotional. With the trials and tribulations. Um, like I said, growing up wasn't easy, and I know everybody else has a different story about how they grew up. But yeah, living in the hood, seeing the police all the time, seeing firefighters all the time, and that type of thing, seeing roaches and everything is crazy what I saw back then. But yeah. So yeah, my nephew, I give him a toast because he was there. He was living on the more not he wasn't rich or poor. He was in the middle class. So he didn't grow up in the hood like me, right? So kind of different aspects of lifestyles. Now this next person, it's my sister. She knew about the situation in Vegas where I had an abusive mother at the time. She dealt with drugs, dealt with alcohol, dealt with any minor stuff that she couldn't handle at the time. So my sister she was like, you know what, you should come move to California. It's a crazy story. It's like Prince of Bel-Air, this type of story. In West Philadelphia, born and raised on the playgrounds where I spent most of my days. Nah, but for real, she was like, yeah, come to California, something new, right? And I was like, okay, I'll come move to California. So about a week later, she pulled up in her car, like, all right, pack your bags, hop in, We, at the end of the day, my mom was pretty upset that I moved away, right? Just up and left without saying nothing, and she was pretty upset about that. And I told her, back then I didn't truly understand that, but she didn't truly understand that. Now that I tell her as an adult, like, hey, this is why I moved away from you when I was a kid, and like that, and now she kind of understand and open her eyes about that. So, and I'm very, very happy for my sister to take me in, you know. So when I moved in, I started 5th grade here, and I graduated high school here. So you can tell I've been in California for quite some time now, and my lifestyle definitely changed. Being in California motivated me to become a firefighter, to do all different type of things, be an athlete, to be everything that I could be, to be a better person, be a better man, and to go on further with my future. I don't know where I would be if I was still in Vegas, right? Still living in the hood. I don't know what I'd be doing, right? I don't know. You never know. I don't know what I'll be doing. But coming here, I had to get the lifestyle change, and that's that. And I give her a big toast for that, for letting me come in her 4-bedroom house and her 2 kids, right? Appreciate her for that. You know, my sister, she is the real MVP in this story. Yeah, no, a lot of people don't know that. She's definitely the real MVP. She helped me out through a lot. You know, it sucks that our parents couldn't help us out, you know what I mean? And they were going through what they were going through at the time, so but yeah, man, it's like the values of yourself, the values of everybody around you. It's a common connection, right? It's a common factor, and it's like, it's gonna be bad. It's gonna be ups and downs. It's gonna be negative and positive. It's gonna be all type of trials and tribulations. And the only way to face it is by you facing it, not no one else. So the thing is, God put you in a situation where it's like, you gotta figure out how you want to succeed your life, right? I wish we all could pick our parents, but we really can't. You know what I mean? We can't. So I want to give a big toast to all those different people I named: my mother, my father, my nephew, my sister, Those are the main people that've been around me. Shout out to the grandmas too. I love both my grandmothers. And to end it off like this is whoever is around you, whoever's in your circle, who's ever been there for you, just be there for them as well. All right. Be the best person you can be for yourself. Be a loving, be caring, be kind, and be all the above. I tell people, like, it's cool. It's okay to keep family in the circle. Don't be an introvert, right? Or be self-conflicted in a way. Just love your loved ones. Just really just be there for your loved ones, and that's that. My name is Amir Tisby. I'm gonna end off this story.